Hi everyone, it's Vivi and we're back to some Nitro-Fueled. This time we're gonna be looking at 3 tracks which got shown off this week. Dragon Mines, Meteor Gorge albeit brief, and the PS4 exclusive Retro Track, which was mentioned quite a while back. We get to look at it, finally. So let's start off the video with Dragon Mines. This track was brought up at PAX during an interview with Beanox's director, which featured Canadian Gaye. The director said, "Why is it called Dragon Mines?" With that, they thought of adding an old coughing dragon no longer capable of breathing fire. But it appears they took this design from Wrath of Cortex, the level called Wizards and Lizards. The facial structure and all that, it's there. To me, it looks that way. As for the details they've added, we have a whack-a-mole section on the left. We have mutated mice, or rats should I say. One appears to be stuck. Those rats to me look like the ones from the level called Lights Out from Crash 1. Now this isn't the first time they take an enemy from previous games and place them within tracks. For example, we have the gorilla in Tiger Temple, we have the Potaroos in Sewer Speedway, you know, characters from other levels from previous games. We have a mining community. As usual, they went with the lab assistants. The empty areas from the original have been given more life. We have houses, gears. Now Thomas Wilson, the director, also pointed out they added their logo right in the back. It's very subtle, obviously, because we do have a bunch of other gears in this level, but if you pay close attention to the background, you notice their logo right there. The mines overall look darker than the original. They put focus on that, right? Judging by the lights and the houses and all. There's Miner trying to reach for a bat. The animations you see at the start of the races change as you progress through the race. They still haven't switched Aku Aku's theme to the original one from CTR. The one we still hear is, you know, the music from Crash 1, 2, and 3, but not CTR. As for Uka Uka, they did use his original theme from Crash Team Racing, but I wonder why Aku Aku they decided to change it. By the way, looking at the skins, quick, Tiny's white skin, I love it. Oh, and also one other thing. Since Easter eggs have been confirmed, there's no sign of Komodo Mo anywhere. Level Dragon Mines, which is pretty much the home racetrack for Komodo Joe. I was expecting like a Komodo Mo Easter egg somewhere, maybe like a picture? What do you think? Remember, Komodo Mo and Joe were originally supposed to be in one cart. Due to the limitations of PS1, they had to take it out. So I'm wondering, did they make Komodo Mo a racer? Could we potentially see him as DLC or maybe surprise characters before E3? What do you think? Next track, Meteor Gorge. Okay, this one. The focus was to show off Zem and Zam. Some believe this to be barren ruins. Maybe they still do, maybe they don't anymore. Or should I say they confuse it with barren ruins. And why? Most probably due to some of the icy background and the floor, which the floor does resemble barren ruins, that I can understand. At quick glance, perhaps you'd lean towards barren ruins. Also because of the lack of snow, right? But looking at Meteor Gorge from the original CNK, it is very snowy. Now hear me out. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that Beanox took out the snowy environment. Remember, Inferno Island got switched to nighttime. I feel the same got applied here. They removed the snow as to not make it similar to Polar Pass. Also, a big telltale sign are the pipes surrounding some portions of the area, giving off that industry factory feel. The only racetrack with pipes like that from CNK are from Meteor Gorge. Also, notice the arrow sign and turbo boost from the original. We do see him on this track. It seems to be Meteor Gorge's layout, so there you go. And yeah, looking at the floors, the ground, they really got rid of the snowy tracks. They also gave the skybox a more polluted atmosphere. Very cloudy, I'm guessing due to the whole industry factory nature of the track. About Zam, I love the bulldog blue hair skin they gave for him, which you can see in the PlayStation Underground video. Next, the Retro Track for PS4. I got mixed feelings, okay? Not that I hate it. Not at all. Look, low poly skins these days, it will never give off that same exact feel as PS1. Even if they attempt at it, it's still going to look too modern. But I appreciate the love and effort Beanox is putting into this track. I'm not a fan of the PlayStation logo being plastered all over the place, especially the white. I understand it's the PlayStation exclusive track, which gives off that sponsored by PlayStation vibe, I get it, but the button icons themselves would have sufficed. I feel like the white is too out there. I don't mean to sound nitpicky, but that's just my opinion. And I was honestly expecting another more memorable track to be given a retro skin. And look, I was not expecting a brand new track, okay? Let's get that out of the way. Now, how sure are we this is Turbo Track, by the way, and not Slide Coliseum? Well, Beanox said it couldn't get any more obvious than that. The floating CTR flag, like the original, that I like. Bumping into walls even makes you see the other side, like the original, you know, thin paper walls. I like that. One little extra I would have loved. The flames of the kart. It should have been closer to the original low poly. The flames right now, they just took the new style and just made it low poly. You understand what I mean? But they did go to lengths, such as making the engine sound like the old one. Now that's the best thing I can make out of this track.
But it's also made of low polys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, even just looking at this track right below you, like, it really brings...
Hey, the skybox even is similar, if not exactly the same, but of course cleaner. As for how we unlock this track, or skin should I say, we'll have to wait and play the game. Originally, you had to beat all gem cups to unlock Turbo Track. If I were to make a guess, I take it you just win the race and you get a skin as bonus afterwards. What do you think? Also, the turbo pads aren't animated like the original. Now the funny thing is, the tracks in Nitro-Fueled, you know, remade and everything, the turbo pads are animated, but not the retro track. Why? Anyways, before I move on to the last part of the video, I'd like to know your opinion about the retro track. Were you expecting more? What do you think? With that being said, let's talk about Polar Pass a bit. Yes, we've seen this track multiple times now, but since they're playing on the newest build from the looks of things, Polar Pass has been slightly altered. They removed the evergreen trees we see on the sides. The polar bear is even missing from the CATR logo. Now I was wondering at first, okay, maybe this is split screen, it had to do with hardware limitations. I mean, it's the PlayStation 4 we're talking about still. Originally, the split screen portion of the game did remove some elements and textures, right? But going back to an older build, looking at two-player split screen, the trees were present, as well as the polar bear. So I'm really curious, why did they remove the evergreen trees? Did they feel like they were too out there? That they didn't fit in? Or what's the reason? Or maybe there's something I'm missing here? But anyways, that was it, guys. As usual, do your stuff, questions or anything like that, leave everything in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Vivi, and thank you so much for watching.